Hey, good afternoon to you. Mark again here, WeatherMan Plus. Is your Tuesday afternoon tropical update. I got a pretty big update. Matter of fact, I am showing it everywhere from Louisiana, mostly by Lafayette, Louisiana, all the way down Texas to northern Mexico. You really need to take the time and prepare for a good possibility that this next storm is coming towards you. Now, if you've never been here before, hello. My name is Mark. I do upload every single day, just not Friday from sundown to Saturday from sundown. That is Sabbath. But I am showing a lot of new things happening for this season, and we are about to get really popping come this September. So hit that subscribe button because I am all year around. Matter of fact, guys, hit that like button if y'all loving these tropical updates. I know some of y'all been looking at this group of disorganized thunderstorms headed towards Florida. Even Mark noticed over there in Puerto Rico. But if you notice, you can see the winds coming from the south to the north, causing shear over here on the east side. And it's about to run into some very strong shear on the west side. This thing literally just wobbles around, gets tore up, and circles somewhere around the southeast coast right here. Not expected to do anything. It's going to get broken up by all the shear. It is pretty looking, but it's getting sheared up. This is actually our storm right here that we need to be talking about. It is getting some winds from the south to the north, southerly winds, giving it some shear. You can see it all dissipating out the north. So it is getting some shear, but it is strengthening up, and it is starting to make its move. Plus, real quick, I knew they would update it. I told you that they would update it. They always do. You're still in a tornado watch for 2% for Wisconsin, southern Minnesota, and northern Iowa. That's for today. Now, the 2 p.m. update has Invest 97L, maybe become a tropical depression, likely by this weekend, but it will turn and go out the Atlantic. If you care about them things, it could take over the next named storm. Most probably will take over the next named storm, but it's no cause to anybody. Maybe we got to watch how close it gets towards Bermuda before it turns. That's about the only worry. And 98L is still looking bad, 20% in the next 48 hours and down to 30% in the next 5 days. It's just going to be a group of disorganized just traveling west. This is the one that we're talking about here. This is Disturbance 1. It does have a chance to become a tropical depression by late this week or this weekend. And it is moving into the Bay of Campeche towards the Gulf of Mexico. Matter of fact, with the dust, it's still pushing it further west, and it's going to compress it towards the west side of the Gulf of Mexico. So there's a good chance it could still go towards Mexico, towards Texas, or towards the western side of Louisiana. Now here's Invest 97L. It's still bombling around. It can't get itself together yet. It's still meeting up with a lot of shear. But most of the models show that it will just curve out towards the Atlantic and be a fish storm, with the highest intensity starting to become a tropical storm within about 48 hours. And so far, maybe a Cat 2, definitely going to be a hurricane. And Invest 98L, it is showing some good strength, but if you look over here and see the shear going to the west, it's still getting some easterly winds blowing it to the west, still giving it some shear. Plus, it's fighting right on the edge of that dry air up there. But once again, all the model guidance shows that it will go out into the Atlantic. 5 days, be somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. It's something we're going to just keep up with. And some of the intensity show it'll just stay a tropical depression the whole time. However, the other half shows it could be a tropical storm. Now, NOAA has updated their global tropics, and they're showing from August 25th to August 31st that you do have a good chance for a tropical cyclone formation in this red area here, also right here in the Atlantic. This right here with the striped lines shows that you will have development of a tropical cyclone or a tropical depression or greater. Then as you go towards September 1st into September 7th, you can see how it all moved into the Gulf now, and the development of a tropical cyclone, tropical depression, or greater strength is expected, as well as another tropical cyclone formation back here. Now, when you look for cyclone tracks for the next 10 days, according to the Euro, it does show that you will have a storm that will go towards Texas, and it does show it be anywhere from a 980 to a 999, so that's anywhere from a hurricane to a strong tropical storm as it goes through Texas and weakens down. The GFS is starting to pick up on the same thing now. As it went a little more northern through Mexico. Now the latest run is taking it also into southern Texas, where it has shown southern Texas before. And it's showing the same strength, 980 to 999 going through Texas. And it shows a second wave coming through the Caribbean, and then when that big dry air of dust comes through, which is a big high pressure, it keeps pushing it to the west. And so far, instead of curving around the dust, it's showing that it goes into Mexico as it intensifies. Now, when you look at a P-Watt anomaly and see exactly what's going on with the GFS, this is exactly in 48 hours. It comes by Jamaica, starts dropping some heavy rainfall for Jamaica, gets across the Yucatan into the Bay of Campeche for the Gulf of Mexico. Now, instead of wobbling towards Mexico, it wobbles north towards Texas. And that's the latest update according to the GFS. Then it stays there for a while, creating storms and some winds the whole time for a couple of days, with a lot of rainfall adding up. It could be some serious flooding going on. Please, if you know someone that's in this area, after you see this video and I show you everything I show you, share this on social media, alert others, help them get prepared in the least bit for what this could be and what could happen out of this. Wait until you see all the models. A lot of the models are showing the same thing. If you don't use social media, just hit the like button. YouTube will suggest it for you. Thank you so much for helping. And it still shows by September 1st, the second wave will form up the same spot right by Jamaica, causing more rainfall for Jamaica as it goes into the Gulf. Now, instead of going towards Florida or bombing around the Gulf of Mexico, the big dry air of dust I'll show you is in here. And there is a big dry air of dust behind the first wave. Only thing is the first wave is so massive, it don't really affect it. I'll show you that as well. But now the new model shows that the dry air will stop it, block it like a big wall, big high pressure, and push it to the west and keep expanding out and stopping it from coming anywhere in the Gulf. That would make it go towards Mexico and be a Mexico hurricane. CMC also shows in 48 hours it will be a good group of organized thunderstorms going by Jamaica, rotating around, getting into the Gulf of Mexico, and going towards pretty much the same spot that you just saw with the GFS. A bigger storm according to the CMC, but it goes to the same area, put rainfall for a couple of days before moving northward through Texas. Now, when we look at all 30 perturbed members, I mean, look at this, guys. You're looking at them yourself. You can see which direction this storm is going in between the 29th of August and the 1st of September. They all are showing either is going towards Texas, towards Mexico, or towards Louisiana, because it's been showing northern Mexico the whole time. This Texas thing has been new. However, I would be prepared all the way from Lafayette, Louisiana, all the way down to northern Mexico for anything for this storm to come in this area, because that seems to be the hit box that is going to happen with this storm. They're all showing the same area. And when you look through the NASA satellite and see what's going on with the dust, this is the big plume of dust that's in front of it. This is our first wave here, and a big plume of dust that's behind it. This is the high pressure that's going to squeeze it into the Gulf of Mexico and cause it to either get squished into the Gulf of Mexico and just be a bunch of thunderstorms, or actually spin up to be a tropical storm, possibility of a hurricane. But you can see as it moves towards it, it cannot get north at that point. At this point, the high pressure is blocking all of the Gulf right here, and it's going to continue to expand out. So this storm has to grow now, and it has to go either towards Texas or towards Mexico. Louisiana is a possibility if that high pressure is not as strong as it's showing now. So you still should keep your eyes open. Now, whether that stays up to anything or gets squished out and becomes nothing, which I am hoping for, still need a little more time, guys. But so far, this high pressure is pushing it into the Gulf. Now, when you look at a P-Watt anomaly to see the dry air getting into the storm, you can see how they get a little bit of dry air in front of it. But this storm is massive, and it has a big grouping of thunderstorms with it, and it just power drives its way. Look how big that is, all the way in the Gulf. And the dry air behind it that's pushing it to the west is stopping it from going northern, like from Louisiana on. There is a little bit of a space where it could do something, but it's a big group of thunderstorms, a big high pressure pushing to the west, and it comes in towards southern Texas, bringing all the heavy rainfall. And if you remember this morning where I showed you that could be 2 upper level lows, and there they are right there, 2 upper level lows fighting over the strength of this. Does kind of like a Fujiwara effect, and that could be what makes it last so long with the rainfall for Texas. Now, the latest run from the GFS takes it to a 993 as it gets on land and spins northward, but more of a west than a north. But it does go down to a 992, and you can see the double upper level lows right there. And almost all the models show that it will get on land, weaken a little bit from the landfall, but then it will re-strengthen for another time period. Then after that, it starts headed north, and it starts dissipating very quickly, according to the GFS. The GEM model actually shows the strongest one. It shows it gets all the way down to a 971 before it goes by southern Texas. But it does hang there for a while before it finally goes down to a tropical storm and heads out north. So the GEM model does show it will be a hurricane. A lot of the other models show it just be a strong tropical storm. Now the Icon model takes it down to a 978 millibar pressure, stays 978 for 3 more hours, then it gets even stronger to a 976. So there is an intensification period according to every model. However, the strength is a little bit different. Some of these take it to where it's a hurricane and going down to a tropical storm. Some show it just be a tropical storm in the first place. This is all the way until August 30th at 7 a.m. It will be a Monday. And you're starting to get 50 miles per hour wind gusts out in the Gulf. You're getting 39 miles per hour wind gusts at Corpus Christi. As it moves on land, then all the way from Corpus Christi down to Reynosa, which is getting 55. And it goes all up the coast, all the way to Houston, getting 30s. Then as this gets on land, then it covers everybody in 30 and 40 miles per hour wind gusts. And this is by 1 p.m. Then time and date is on the top left. And as you get on land, you can see it does grow. And the worst so far is in the Gulf. And it's only wind gusts, but it's showing 74 miles per hour for the wind gusts. Everybody else on land will be getting 50 and 60 miles per hour wind gusts as this comes on land by 7 p.m. The strongest so far is in the 70s for sure. And this is wind gusts. And it goes all the way down to Galveston with 50s as well. And as you go into overnight, so far it could be a nocturnal hurricane, and you're still getting high 50 miles per hour wind gusts all the way up to San Antonio with 60s. And this is by 4 a.m. on the next day. Then it starts getting even more powerful. Now a big gush of 70 to low 70 miles per hour wind gusts starts coming on land. This is the 31st at 7 a.m. As it comes up towards Austin, towards San Antonio, everybody all the way to Galveston is feeling this is a big wind field. And when you look at the 10-meter winds to see what it is pretty much, you can see it's 40 knots. So that's high 40s. So that's tropical storm conditions right there. That is a tropical storm, maybe a little stronger. That's out in maybe 55 miles per hour, maybe 60 miles per hour tropical storm. Right there, that's showing 60 miles per hour tropical storm. As it comes closer towards shore, everybody right now is getting about 30 to 35 miles per hour winds, as it still brings tropical storm conditions, guys. The highest is 60 miles per hour winds sustained. As it weakens down, it does bring some more strength periodically of 50 miles per hour winds, but the rest of it just shows mainly it's going to be 30 and 35 miles per hour winds as this moves across. Some people might get up into 40s and 45 miles per hour winds by 10 a.m., but as it comes on land, it weakens down greatly with the winds and it starts headed north. But you still have a big rain event happening, so you really got a lot of flash flooding you're going to need to worry about. Especially with all y'all cities having so much cement, there's nowhere for it to go into the ground. It will be flooding. Now let's talk rainfall, because this is going to be a serious flash flooding event. I do believe that, not only with 50, 60 plus, maybe even 70 miles per hour wind gusts. There will be a lot of rainfall, and it will take a few days according to the GFS. GFS shows that when it comes on land, it starts adding up a lot of rainfall, a lot of water. It twirls around with those 2 upper level lows for a while, brings heavy rainfall towards Louisiana, also for Texas, and as it goes up through Texas. And we're talking about the next 8 days. And there's more coming accordingly with the next wave, but if the next wave even comes this way. So far, this will be your impacts, and this is a lot of rain. And according to the GFS, with next 10 days of rainfall, guys, when this comes, Lafayette 4 inches, Lake Charles potential 15 inches, Jasper 12, Beaumont, Texas 13, Corpus Christi 10, Victoria 8, San Antonio 5, Austin 8, Lake Jackson 12, Galveston 9, Houston 11. This is a lot of potential rainfall. I'm sure it will shift. I'm sure the impacts will change. And I will stay updated on this for you guys. But this is a lot of flash flooding. There's a lot of cities with a lot of cement. I can't say that enough. The cement stops the water from soaking into the ground. It creates all that urban flooding. It goes up to Lufkin at 8 inches, Tyler 3 inches. It gets all the way up to Dallas with a couple inches. Even San Angelo gets 3. Austin 8, Killeen 5. Now the latest run from the Euro shows something else. It shows that the high pressure is not going to be there. As a matter of fact, the Euro's not even seeing the Texas part anymore. It's showing that it will curve northward in the Gulf of Mexico and go towards Louisiana. It's a little bit contradicting, because if you look at this one, you can see the precipitation shows it goes towards Louisiana, it goes towards pretty heavy. Along the coast, you can get anywhere from 8 to 11 inches of rainfall. Then it slowly downgrades down to a little above 6. Shows a lot of good rainfall, but some models are showing it's still a Texas landfall. Some are showing it's Louisiana. That's why I say you need to be on alert all the way from Louisiana all the way down to northern Mexico. Now, just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, this is the run right before that one. And look at all the rainfall coming through Texas. And that's almost the same area that GFS was saying. But if it does head more northern, all this heavy rainfall will head up Louisiana. Now, the update with the Euro still shows it gets into the Gulf of Mexico, but it's showing that northern push now, like that dry air is not expanding out enough, and it makes it towards Louisiana. So far as a strong tropical storm on the 31st and heads north, which would put the heaviest rainfall the coast of Mississippi up to 7 inches, Slidell 7 inches, New Orleans almost 6, Baton Rouge 6, Lake Charles a little over 2, and Alexandria almost 4. Jackson, Mississippi almost 2, Hattiesburg, Mississippi almost 3. Puts a big heavy spot of heavy rainfall coming this way. And it goes up the south and eastern side of Arkansas with El Dorado getting over 4 inches. You even get in Oxford, Mississippi getting over 4. Jonesboro getting over 6 inches. Even Memphis, Tennessee over 4 inches. And it drags it all the way up to Paducah and Evansville with almost 4 inches of rainfall. And so far on the 30th by 1 p.m. you're going to start feeling 30 to 40 miles per hour wind gusts as the storm comes on land if it still goes this way. But the highest I see so far is 40, maybe 50, pockets of 50 in the rain bands. But I still see tropical storm. I don't see hurricane. I see tropical storm. All right, guys, and that's the update for this afternoon. And it always seemed like the trend has always showed a northward push. But it's pretty dramatic going from Texas and then Louisiana and then Texas is back and forth. So just please, if you're in Louisiana, if you're in Texas, or if you're in northern Mexico, keep your eyes open for this next wave because there's a lot of trickiness going on. And that high pressure seems like it's there, then it's not there. So we will know soon. I will stay updated on this. I will keep you as much detail as I can find out there for you. God bless you all and keep you all safe from this hurricane season. If you liked the video, please do me a favor, hit that like button, help YouTube suggest this to other people that could be looking for this information of what the impacts could possibly be from this next wave. Also at the same time, we do have that weather that is coming, and I do still show that potential derecho you see right there. It shows a little more northern and then shoots down into the Ohio Valley afterwards. So there's some severe weather still going on, all of you. I pray you will be safe through all of it. And this afternoon, I want to read Psalm 57. Be merciful unto me, O God. Be merciful unto me, for my soul trusteth in thee. Yes, in the shadow of thy wings will I make my refuge, until these calamities be overpast. I will cry unto God most high, unto God that performeth all things for me. He shall send from heaven and save me from the reproach of him that would swallow me up. Selah. God shall send forth his mercy and his truth. My soul is among lions, and I lie even among them that are set on fire, even the sons of men, whose teeth are spears and arrows, and their tongue a sharp sword. Be thou exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let thy glory be above all the earth. They have prepared a net for my steps. My soul is bowed down. They have digged a pit before me into the midst whereof they are fallen themselves. Selah. My heart is fixed, O God. My heart is fixed. I will sing and give praise. Awake up, my glory, awake. Psaltery and harp, I myself will awake early. I will praise thee, O Lord, among the people. I will sing unto thee among the nations. For thy mercy is great unto the heavens, and thy truth unto the clouds. Be thou exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let thy glory be above all the earth. Amen. Storms are really starting to come down over here in Wisconsin. God bless you all tonight. I hope you have a very blessed night. All glory does go to Yahweh. God of Jacob. And he's returning. Amen. Hallelujah, guys. Time is short. God bless you all. I will see you in the morning.